We have some breaking news from the NHL. Sharks forward Evander Kane has been suspended for 21 games. We'll discuss the reasons why and how this might affect his career and what it means to the Sharks. Coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some pretty substantial breaking news here from the NHL. The news just broke here a short time ago with the information coming from a variety of NHL insiders like Elliotte Friedman and Frank Saravalli, indicating that the NHL's released a statement that Evander Kane of the San Jose Sharks has been suspended for 21 NHL games, and as soon as he'd be able to return would be November the 30th. Now, of course, there was two different investigations, two different things that they were looking into. The one he was actually suspended for is for violating COVID protocols and for like a health and safety violation, essentially. The other investigation, which was the domestic abuse accusations from his estranged wife, they said that those could not be substantiated and there would be no further comment. So at this point, anything that's going on between he and his wife, there's nothing affecting his NHL career. There's nothing affecting him being suspended, losing money, anything of that nature. But the 21 games is strictly for COVID-19 NHL League Protocol violations. Of course, we don't know the exact fine, full, complete details of what exactly he did, but he was accused of providing a false vaccination record for his proof of vaccine. So we'll see what might come from this in the future. I don't know if we'll ever get more details than that, but we had heard through different reporters that that's the COVID protocol that was apparently being investigated and violated. So I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest, that it's not a more harsh penalty, because that is basically the same as fraud, right? But at the same time, the NHL has made their ruling. So I know to start the season, the Sharks were given the option of putting him on as a non-roster player, so there was no impact on their salary cap. Obviously, when he's suspended, normally those players, they do lose money, and he will lose a fair bit here for 21 NHL games based on his $7 million or whatever it is he's earning this year. But obviously from November 30th on, he would definitely count, and I think he would start counting against the cap now, because suspended players are not, cap exempt. So clearly, that's a big impact here on the San Jose Sharks. But at the same time, all these other things that are going on outside in the courts, I have no idea when we're going to get any kind of decisions or settlements or anything of that nature. If he is found guilty of anything, even though the NHL could not come to any kind of conclusive investigation to back up the claims that were made against him by his soon-to-be former spouse, maybe if they are in the court of law, maybe things will change and maybe additional things could happen. I'm not really sure. Will he return to the Sharks? Will they attempt to trade him? I mean, trading him is going to be impossible, you would think. I mean, for one, he has a big amount of money that he makes. So, a lot of teams don't have a ton of cap appetite, you could say. And at the same time, they're not going to want all the baggage and distraction that comes with Evander Kane. He still has a fair bit of term in that contract as well. So we will have to wait and see how this plays out, but there's a lot of time, essentially about 5 weeks approximately, or just a tad more than 5 weeks before he would be eligible to return. So I guess we'll see what the Sharks decide if anything further happens. But for right now, the NHL has made their statement. He's got 21 games for COVID-19 protocols, nothing else. And I guess unless anything else pops up for this guy, and it seems like there's been stuff popping up every so many weeks or so, then he could be able to resume his career. Can he get back to the Sharks lineup? Can he end up becoming a productive player like he was last year? Will he be able to make amends with his teammates and move forward? Because there was a lot of talk that a lot of teammates didn't really want him in the organization anymore. So I'm sure this is not the last time we'll talk about this, but it probably will be for some time, as we now have some clarity on what is kind of impact he's facing on his NHL career for everything that's been accused and investigated right now. So let me know your thoughts on the NHL's decision down in the comments. What do you think happens with the rest of Evander Kane? Does he go back to the Sharks after November 30th, resume playing, or how does this all play out? Do you see any scenario where he could be traded? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. We'll discuss further. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We will keep you up to date with all the latest news, rumors, and analysis on all 32 NHL teams. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.